Learning routine is a really quick way you get the students used to it, of cluing them in to different ways of using their minds. I just got you to do a PMI, right? What that means is I'm getting you to stretch your ability not just to stick with your first reaction, but to look at it from both sides, right? So if I get you to do a PMI, I'm asking you to slow down, think a bit more carefully, consider both sides of the argument and weigh them up, rather than that's a great idea or that's a crap idea. Yeah? So it's a routine that is stretching your students' ability to do that. See, think, wonder. I've already illustrated. Look carefully. Think about what's your interpretation of what you've seen and make a new question out of that. That's one of the ones that See, Think, Wonder comes out of the Harvard Visible Thinking program. And really neat ways of getting kids to think more carefully and more deeply about what's going on instead of that first reaction. Try 3 before me. Lots of you are doing that already. One version that a teacher came up with the other day, which some of you might use, was she uses the 4 Bs in her classroom. If you get stuck, first of all, use your brain, then check back in the book, then if you need to, have a quick chat with your learning buddy, and then if all else fails, come and ask me. Right? The 4 Bs. It's like you don't have to stick with the same boring formulation. You can mess it about, right? You can play with it. Independent collaborative teacher, setting up, this is one I saw the other day, setting up the kids to do an activity, but then it's like a more grown-up version of that. What group size would you like to do? So this is defining the activity for the kids and then saying, this was upper primary, lower secondary kind of age, and then saying to them, and now I want you to choose whether you want to do that activity on your own, I for independently, in a small group with other kids, C for collaboratively, or whether you'd like to do it in a group with me, T for teacher. Other people's shoes is just looking through other people's eyes. And we've already talked about I've already talked a little bit about the 2 stars and a wish, giving 2 stars and a wish for the teacher. I won't do the bottom one, but just the last one. This is one I also I love it when I have been somewhere and I go back again and people come and say, that thing you talked about, well, I did it a different way. I shifted it around. And this one was a really building learning power way. So this is a teacher who talked with her students about the 2 stars and a wish thing, learning to give each other feedback. But then she talked with the students about, why do we need the 2 stars? Like, what are they doing? Why can we not just kind of give people the feedback that might help them improve? And these were like 10-year-olds or something, I think. And the children agreed that, you needed the 2 stars because sometimes it hurt, like you were saying, it feels like criticism when someone tells you about, what you could have done better. So you need to feel plumped up first before you can take the criticism. So that's where we want to get to, right? We want to get to places where we see feedback as being something that is really valuable for me. So what they did in this school was they started with 2 stars and a wish, and then a month later, they experimented with cutting out 1 star. So they just had 1 star and a wish. Right? See if we can do without, just cut it down, right? The being sort of pumped up before we get... And then they decided after a while they were ready to say, well, bugger the stars, we'll just go straight for the wish. So after about 6 weeks or so, it's just they saw themselves as like, we're such powerful little learners now, we don't need stars, we're better than that, right? It's a nice idea. It's like it's building, that's the building in building learning power at work, developing those things along. But these things are really neat because they're just quick and easy ways of varying the mental exercise in a classroom.